to all you Librans. Welcome to this horoscope for the month of May of 2013. And first of all, there are a lot of clients asking me how to pronounce my name. Well, it is Veerle, not Veerle, like the French, or not Veerle, like the English-speaking people, but it is Veerle. It is a very Flemish common name. But aside from that, something that is way more important is you. And let's talk about what's happening with you for the month of May 2013. It's a very fresh month, I think, because there are 2 eclipses happening, and there is the Pluto-Uranus square as usual, and there is the Caput-Algol theme going on, which I will talk about you in a minute. But first of all, there is at the 10th of May the solar eclipse at 19 degrees of Taurus, and that is very interesting for you because it's your 8th house, and it's happening on the 10th of the month, so it's building up towards the 10th of May. Now with a solar eclipse, the nodes are involved, and also the sun and the moon are making a conjunction. It always means a new beginning. But even more interesting is that Mars and Mercury are also involved because they're also conjuncting this solar eclipse. So a lot of activity there. Now, the 8th house. I know that most Librans are quite light and quite you know, they really tend to see the lighter things of life, and are not really, unless they have some Scorpio related planets, so are not really into the depths and you know, the dark side of life. Now this 8th house is a dark house, and it is an intense house. For those Librans who say, yes, you know, I like a bit of intensity as well, they will be more familiar with this. So maybe you are a Libra with Venus in Scorpio, for instance, because that could be the case. So you are both. But the 8th house is about transformation, and it is about mastering the taboo sides of our lives, which could be anything, really. But it means a fresh start there. It means a new way, maybe, that you have found after looking for quite a while, of mastering those difficult areas of your life, which are mostly the problems that we have, of course. And it could be an imaginary fear that you have, and there is something new coming in that helps you to master it. These are the kind of themes that could be the case also when it considers intimacy. So there's something going on there as well. Maybe there's a new start. Maybe you just have a new relationship and it's getting more intimate. Or maybe it also relates on another level with money of other people. So maybe you do get money of other people, or maybe from the government. Wouldn't that be great? A tax return instead of having to pay. But anyway, it is I think a very interesting solar eclipse for the Librans. Now towards the 21st of May, there is Pluto-Uranus exact squaring up to each other. And Pluto-Uranus is all about the liberation, and it's about the energy that wants to free us up and that wants to make us more true that we already are. And for you it's very significant because you are a cardinal sign, and especially now with planets or an ascendant around 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, even 13, 14 degrees of Libra. So Pluto is in that 4th house squaring up to Uranus in the 7th. I really don't believe in the fact that when aspects are exact, then something happens. In my opinion, and what I see is that mostly something happens before it is exact, or the most work is done before. So probably for those who have planets around these areas I just mentioned, you already did a lot of work when it considers your inner core, your maybe moving to another house, or on another level, really getting to your own core, to your own roots, and exploring that. And in relation to that, also your relationships with other people probably have become more inspiring, more fresh, more original, but also more Uranus-like. You don't really know what's going on, but at the same time it's quite exciting. So that is at the background for quite a while, for already a couple of years, a year, 2 years, and it's continuing. But it stays very important, especially for those who have these planets around these particular degrees. Then what else happens around the 25th? There is a lunar eclipse, and so the moon will be in Sagittarius and the sun will be in Gemini. And for you it is a thinking houses. So Gemini is your 9th house, and that lunar eclipse happens in your 3rd house. I think you're gonna like that, even though it squares up to Neptune. So Neptune is your 6th house. So maybe the day-to-day routine stuff is a bit misty at the moment or around that time, but I don't think that's so trouble side for you. Now, what is this all about, this lunar eclipse in the 3rd house? I think it's a nice one for you because the 3rd house is Gemini house. That goes very easily with you. That's another air sign, so with you, Libra. And I think it could mean many things, of course. Considering that 3rd house, many people will have new insights, and that's nice. Or something comes to the light. It's very insightful. It's a bit strange because that Neptune is involved, and a bit, you know, it could be a bit disturbing your routines, but I think you will like it because Sagittarius is all about the truth. So there's truth coming in your information. This 3rd house, it's the house of the journalist. It's the house of gathering all kinds of information, and you're learning from that, and something becomes very clear. Or you could you could finish a study and have a diploma, or you could read a book that really opens on a very practical level insights. On another level you will have maybe insights considering your siblings, so maybe new things come to the surface, and that is good. Now the only thing that is a bit tricky for all of us, it's the energy of Caput Algol. Someone's playing piano. Sorry for that. I hope it won't be too annoying, but I don't think so. I think most Librans love music, so let's hope. And I've lost a bit my way here. You see how easily I get distracted? That's why I have to do this always inside. I would love to go outside and do these videos, but I'm getting distracted very easily. So, but it's an important thing, Caput Algol. Yes, Caput Algol. I think the word alcohol, I think the word alcohol is derived from Caput Algol. What is it? It is a fixed star. It is a star that has to do with losing your mind, okay? Why is it important? Because that solar eclipse in Taurus at 19 degrees is not so far from Caput Algol, which is at 25 degrees. So after the 10th, those 4 planets in Taurus, they are going to pass this fixed star. So the one advice to give here is don't lose your mind too much when it considers this mastering that I talked about, that mastering of your fears. So don't go on too far, take it in little steps. And when the lunar eclipse is going on at the 25th in Sagittarius, Mars will be bang on that Caput Algol. So really mind your actions when it considers around that day. So if you are aware of that, it's just a couple of days, you will be fine. So having said that all, I wish you all the very best for the month of May. I think it's going to be I hope for most Librans, it's an energy they can tap into very easily, and I hope you will do well. Wish you all the best and see you next month. Bye bye.